Hi guys, hope you're well. I just wanted to share something with you. Basically, I watched the video that I'm going to share for the first time 3 weeks ago now. It's a very interesting video. It in my opinion, probably shows the the video's just over 20 minutes long, and in that time there's so much information in that 20 minutes from this one gentleman. I would deem it to be possibly the most concise history on this particular subject, and you'll see what the subject matter is from the title of this video. Now, 3 weeks later, after watching this for the first time, this video seems to be, not really doing the rounds that it should have done in that 3 weeks, to help raise people's awareness of things that are happening within this part of society. I'd suggest that if you haven't watched the video already, that you listen to it with open minds and really understand what this doctor is saying. He gives a very detailed, concise history of what's happened in the past 60 years in medicine in relation to certain viruses. And you can extrapolate from what he's saying and make your own conclusions, but what he's saying is you can't misinterpret it, basically. Anyway, have a listen and see what you think. The vaccination program that rolled out after the initial as it was revealed to us in early 2020, the spread of coronavirus, CV-19, was problematic in my view. I didn't take the vaccine, and I encouraged my son, my only child, not to take the vaccine either, and we both resisted the pressure to take that vaccine from society and from family as well. I think my son and I are the only two in our family who didn't take it that I'm aware of, and I couldn't in my right mind let my son take it because I smelled a rat in 2020 at the beginning of the media coverage of this thing, and the glaring rat to me was that there was no attention in the media to the possibility that CV-19 could have come out of the Wuhan lab. There was obvious and active movement away from that theory, and there was no exploration of it. So that set up alarm bells ringing in my head, and the mainstream media did its usual thing of working in lockstep the world over to produce a narrative that was not organic. There was no way on earth that it could have been produced in an organic fashion. It again reinforced my view that there was a plan rolling out here that we weren't privy to, and that it was a very how can I put it, well conceived, well hidden agenda that I was witnessing and believing was happening, but again everybody around me seemed not to be able to comprehend, and still can't comprehend it, despite all of the evidence that's coming out at the moment regarding excess deaths, post-mortem information which is coming out about people who have died from unusual conditions after becoming vaccinated, and pathologists finding very unusual things in their bodies. I'll leave it at that. I can expand more on that if people don't know about that. And I could probably go on and on about all of the anomalies, shall we say, that this thing has produced. There have been lots of warning signs. The Great Barrington Declaration early on in the pandemic has not been followed through on by the media either. That's another good testimony by the part of the medical fraternity that didn't go along with the this plan, whilst very many did. They complied, and I'm sure they complied against their better judgment, and why that was, I can't say. We can only speculate at this point. I think that there will be trials eventually. I don't think that the overall scheme of things, the wider plans that orbit around this one, that I'll just call them globalists at this point, just to try and stick a label on it. The other aspects that they are rolling out, which I'm sure you're all aware of, global government, global tyranny, not just medical, but political, agricultural, and all the other things that, people who share the subject matter that I share are probably, you're probably all very well aware of it. Those other parallel subject matter aspects to a sort of worldwide alteration in global society, shall we say, the environmental as well. That's another, very prominent one that's going on at the moment. None of them are really all of those aspects, when covered by the mainstream, are sorely lacking in data. Very much about opinion, and very undernourished with data, solid data. It's very, what data there is highly selected, highly selective. Anyway, I'll just urge you once again to please listen as hard as you can to what this gentleman says in the next 20-something minutes, because I think this 20 minutes shows in the best possible way and as concisely as possible where we are now, not where the mainstream media want us to be, but where reality is, and that this was allowed to come out in the EU Parliament is a great sign. It's very encouraging. Hope you like the art, by the way, guys. It's generated by an AI graphics art generator called Playground AI. I've been mucking around with it for the past few days. Makes some pretty interesting stuff. It's all free. It seems that you can make as much as you want. There's no limit. Give it a try. Anyway, please follow the link in the description. The video in question that's well worth a watch is on my homepage, but you can follow the link in the description to it if you like. Okay, bye for now.